Oh, we're gonna stay live this time. Welcome back to another episode of A Conversation with Kely. This is episode
I don't
79.
know. Episode like 80 or something.
We're almost to 80. We're almost to 80, which is fucking crazy.
I know.
But as always, we are going to be covering the previous week of BB Can. However, we're doing things a little bit differently this time around because of the fact that there's an episode that is literally about to air in like little under an hour and a half. We figured that what we're going to do instead is basically condense both the episode, the prediction sort of episode we do before double evictions and double eviction together, because we have a surprise double coming up. We didn't know that this was going to be a thing. I will say I like the way that they announced it. Like they really kind of like shocked us just as much as they did the house guests. I've never really seen that before. But yeah, as always, though, I am joined by my lovely and beautiful co-host, Allie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I just had dinner. I got a steep tea, and also I got a new pair of sunglasses today and stuff like that. I had a pretty good day.
Why'd you get sunglasses?
I was enjoying my last day off before work tomorrow.
Well, why'd you get sunglasses? Are you coming to see someone? Are you going anywhere?
Ooh, I don't know. But also, they're for the summer and spring too.
Anyway.
I also went for a walk with Magoo today.
Ooh, that's always fun. We do love Magoo. Shout out to Magoo. Magoo definitely. Dogs watch our videos for sure. Big fan.
I did a little bit of cleaning in my room while dusting, but
yes. And I'm sure you're doing better than this week because woof, we have quite the week to discuss here. I will say right off the bat, episodes wise, I thought the episodes were pretty good this week. I did. I thought there was a lot of some interesting stuff to talk about. They did a good job at showcasing everyone, everyone's sort of like voice in the house and whatnots. But the microaggressions and the constant, just the constant state of the house has just not been very fun to read about this week. As I really am just hoping that, especially due to what the twist is going to be tonight, that can hopefully get things back to the way it was, because this was not an especially fun week to discuss overall.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really that great of a week.
Yeah, now the one thing we do want to bring up, because they do not talk about it at all in this week, is that there is an ongoing narrative that's going on in the house, and it's really fucking gross. A bunch of the white people in the house think that because there are a bunch of black people still in the game, that they are working together, and there's like a second cookout going on. There's no confirmation of this whatsoever. This is entirely like a bias thing. And this especially is something that I'm just having a really hard problem with, because
I just hate this
really,
so much, because like this narrative is just disgusting and I hate it. And
it also denigrates.
Honestly, let's just block out this whole week.
It honestly, but it also like denigrates like what the cookout like stood for as an alliance, because their alliance wasn't like, let's just work together and get all the white people out. The alliance was, let's try to see a black person win. So by making this alliance that's going to like counter an alliance that doesn't exist, it just really goes against everything they stood for. So yeah, that's been pretty ugly to watch and things like that. And also just the way Jess has handled their HOH reign, I have not been a fan of very much at all.
This week has made me not like Jess or Kevin.
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, Kevin, I'm like conflicted with, because I feel like Kevin's someone who
he has
Kevin's
his moments. He has his moments, but I'm not really a big fan.
Yeah, Kevin, Haleena, and Josh both kind of do similar things, to where they very much gravitate towards whoever the HOH is and try to get in good with them. And it's working so far. I think this week, for Kevin especially, it's kind of shown like his worst tendencies. But we're going to go ahead and get started talking about everything that happened on Sunday. Not Sunday. I always say Sunday because I'm used to fucking...
It's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
We're going to talk about Sunday. No, we're going to talk about Monday. Monday, Kevin. Monday. It happens on Monday. Okay. We're going to talk about Monday. So We see Gino. He's really sad over Kyle leaving, but he feels that it was the smartest game move for himself, and he hopes that this opens up some more doors with the rest of the house guests. And Summer is taking all the credit for this move, as she should, because she fucking masterminded that shit last week. And she feels that this strategy is overall working out well for her, and she just needs to continue sitting pretty and working behind the scenes. And I really hope this continues to work for Summer, because
I hope so.
The kind of game that Summer's playing, I feel like is the kind of game we've wanted a lot of people to play in Big Brother, and it hasn't quite worked out for them. And so far, it seems to be working out really well for Summer. Like, there's a point in this week where if Summer wasn't as good as she was socially, I think she could have found herself on the block this week. But because she's doing such a good job of just checking with everyone, making everyone feel like they're a part of her game, not trying to, you know, make anyone feel isolated or anything like that, it really is just continues to work out for her. And I hope it again, she's able to just maintain that amazing social positioning that she's in, because she's just blowing me away every single week.
I hope so. Like, this week, kind of like, people have started targeting her, which sucks. So I just hope she can fix that.
And it also depends, of course, who wins HOH, because I do think there are some people that are starting to catch on to her game, unfortunately.
No,
but
they're not allowed.
No, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to do that. Although, sure, because then you can lose a draft pick. But no, we don't want Summer to go. We don't want Summer to go. Like, don't put that in the universe.
No, we need her to win.
Yeah, we need Summer to stay. So Jess is feeling good that they survived the block, but knows that people weren't going to save them, and now the game is in a reset moment after what happened last week. They fixate on this so much, and this is one of the things that pisses me off the most about their HOA train and just about their game in general. Every single opportunity they have to victimize themselves, they do. And after a certain point, it's like you can't keep victimizing yourself anymore. If you're really like this big target that you're proclaiming that you are, you would be out of the house by now. But you're not. Like, you're literally not. You are a big target week 1. You went up last week because you were a pawn. Like, it's really not that serious, Jess. Like, yeah, they wanted Kyle out, but I don't think Jess would have, like, I think Jess, and like I said, I think they handled things really badly, but if they had not handled things really badly last week, like, let's say it's a normal week, Kyle's not going, they're on the block, like, I think they would have been okay. It's because of them constantly pushing this narrative that they're on the bottom, that they're on an island, and people need to keep them in the game. Like, that is what's really hurting them right now. It's not because of anything people are doing to them. It's entirely what they're doing to themselves. And it's just really pissing me off this week. Like, I really hope Jess leaves very, very soon. As soon as next week, to be honest with you.
Honestly, based on how this week went, Jess is probably one of the next people to go. It's Jess or the showmance. Maybe Marty, but mostly the showmance or Jess.
I don't know if Gino would go, because I feel like Gino is in a good enough position to where people don't really see him as a threat, but I could definitely see JL going, because she hasn't done. She's like literal furniture right now. She hasn't done like anything. But when it comes to Jess,
she's literally Angela.
No, yeah, she honestly is. But like an even less likable version of Angela. And that's that's saying a lot, because Angela was already not very likable to begin with.
Angela was not likable at all.
No, she wasn't. But no, when it comes to Jess, I wish they'd own their game a bit more and stop victimizing themselves constantly, because it's just really annoying to watch. And again, they harp on this so much throughout the week. This is not the last time you'll hear about it. So we get to see the HOH comp go down, and I was a little disappointed because of how much Arisa was like hyping this up, that all these BB Can legends return, and they're just statues. Like, literally, that's all it is. They're just statues the entire time. It was cool to see some of them return, though. We get to see Spicy V from last season. We get to see Jed from last season in his iconic moment where he almost came back into the game. Cindy, who I feel like I don't really need to say much more than that. Everyone knows about that, even people that don't.
I also fixed your typo, because it's Cindy with an S, not C.
Yeah, I did realize that. I was hoping you'd recognize it at some point. Anthony, and we also had Godfrey, who also is one of the most iconic moments in BB history. What do you think of getting to see all these legends back? I know, you're very near and dear to BB. What do you think about getting to see them just back for a little bit?
I thought it was really cool, honestly. It was just like a really unique touch to this comp.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love seeing all of them back. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like really refreshing just to kind of see this. And it was just like a really sweet thing.
That's the kind of thing we like never see on BBUS. Like never.
Exactly.
The most they'll do is they'll host a comp, but like something like this I thought was really cool.
Yeah, because that's why because BBUS just recycles a lot of things.
No, they really do. Especially this season, I'm noticing that because a lot of the comps they're doing for BB this season, like I've never seen in like Big Brother before. So I think it's really cool that they're doing stuff like that. But so they're giving a series of true or false statements, and we get like the worst combination of people that it can come down to. It's like Jess and JL. At least we had Josh. Like Josh could have won, which could have been cool. I feel like Josh is like so close to winning HOH like every single time. I just want him to win it because like he's like so close. But Jess, of course, does win HOH here, and this was the beginning of the downfall, Allie. This was the beginning of the downfall here. Because Jess is very happy to have won, considering they haven't had anything solid with anyone yet. Again, because of stuff they've done to themselves. And especially with last week being such a reset, this is such a big deal. I had a real problem with this confessional because, again, they've been going on and on about how they're on an island, how they don't have anyone. And it's like you talk about how you want to use that as like a pitch, but you don't do anything to like fix your positioning. Like it'd be different if, like, let's say Jess was trying to pitch things to people and it just wasn't anything solid, but they haven't really done shit. They've done the bare minimum of what they've needed to do every single week. And that's why they are right now.
Like they are just not really good they're not good at strategy at all. Like,
no, they're horrible.
The only thing they're good at is like comps.
Being microaggressive. That's what they're good at. Yeah. That's what they're good at. And whining. They're very good at whining. I will say that. They're very good at whining. But yeah, not a good strategist at all. Someone else that was very disappointed in this week, Hermon. I could not stand Hermon this week, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he has good moments, but then there's some of his decisions are very questionable.
My thing is like, and I said this in the beginning of week 1, at the beginning of week 2, actually, if Hermon can stop, getting so ornery about the fact that like he needs Jess out of the game and that Jess winning is not good for his game, and he can just focus on his individual game, he'll do a lot better. But he's been so focused on Jess and wanting Jess out, and he has that tunnel vision that it's like everything he does this week, he's just constantly burning bridges. And it's not to the point where I think Hermon's going to go. But the way that he handles this week, I mean, if he hadn't won that veto, which of course, we'll talk about, I think there's a possibility he could have gone this week because of just how badly he was
he definitely
playing.
Would have gone.
Yeah, no, he really misplayed a lot of this round, I think, because he's really not feeling good about this at all. He feels he most likely will be going up, and he really doesn't do much to prevent that. We'll talk about that though. So we get this horrible confessional from Jess, and this was terrible. I hated this. She talks about how, Big Brother's like high school, and they were the nerd, and they felt like an outcast, and now being HOH, they can get them with a popular crowd. Give me a fucking break. Like, there's no popular crowd in Big Brother. It changes from week to week. Like, that's how Big Brother works. It's not like high school. Like, in no way, if Big Brother's like high school, you're playing the game wrong. Period. Like, there's no other way to look at it. That is one of the worst reads of Big Brother that I've possibly heard of. And it really just felt like Jess being like, I wasn't popular in high school, so this is my opportunity to really fix my positioning. It's like, you're almost 30 fucking years old. Like, get over yourself. Like, this was years ago.
Like, what is happening?
Yeah, again, all Jess does is whine and complain, and I'm just sick of it. But yeah, that was not overly fun to watch. Hermon and Tanisha are annoyed that they keep losing, and like I get it, but like I feel like they just need to start trying to win some comps. Summer comes in, and I really did not like what Hermon does here. He's like chastising her for like throwing comps and says that she didn't throw this one. I don't know why like he cares so much about her throwing comps. Like it doesn't benefit her game to like really be in a.
I don't know how true it is, but like I read a tweet that people think that Hermon and Summer low-key don't like each other.
I honestly wouldn't not believe that, because I think that I think the way Summer handles this week especially, I think she's working with Hermon because she needs to, but I don't think she really likes Hermon that much.
Yeah, or at least just doesn't trust him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so again, I didn't understand why it was like so imperative for Summer to win HOH, because it just doesn't really. And the thing is, like, Hermon needs to consider that like just because it benefits him doesn't mean it benefits other people. And I think that's something that he needed to be a bit more like cognizant about. It doesn't mean that Summer's not with him. It did not benefit her to win in HOH this week. So
yeah.
You know, I just thought it was a little ridiculous. But Jess talks about, I already read this. I'm not reading that note again because it was really stupid. So Hermon says he needs everyone to take winning as seriously as he does, but loves working with Tanisha and Summer. So then what's the problem? Like, why are you yelling at them if like they're just not, because they're not doing what you want? Like, I don't know. Hermon was just really annoying this week. I gotta say, like, I was not a fan of a lot of what Hermon did.
Strange this week.
I've been liking him up to this point, but I just felt like he was really just kind of like pushing it this week, and I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
Not a good ally for like anyone either.
Not really.
No.
Like, honestly, like he's just there for himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Jess talks to Kevin and he says he is Jess's number, but they are not Jess's number one, but they are not his. But he wants to stick as close to them as possible.
And it's working. Like, it's definitely working for him. And I think that's something that Kevin does a good job with this week. It's just, again, some of the stuff he says, not a fan. Not a fan.
Mm-mm. Also, Kevin doesn't even like Jess.
Yeah, which I think is really funny. Like,
I know.
Jess is over here considering Kevin like her ride or die, and he like could not care less about them.
They tell Kevin they are both totally expendable, and they feel no one is happy for them except for Marty, who they don't want to target.
Of course they don't.
Of course. They bring up how Betty is someone they enjoy talking to, but there are emotional outbursts that they experience with her a lot. Oh, okay.
I did not like that. That was very... I did not like the way they said that at all.
I did not like that at all.
And also, like, Betty is reactive for sure, but, like, it's not necessarily, like, unprovoked. Like, there's a reason why Betty gets upset. Like, I will admit, week 2 did not handle things well. Definitely did not handle things well week 2. Could have potentially gone if she, you know, if things had gotten worse. But I think beyond that, all of Betty's, like, outbursts have been justified. Like, I don't see why this is an issue for them, because it's like, if you're not in the drama, like, why does it involve you?
Yeah.
So I just didn't get it. felt a little icky to me. Not gonna lie.
It's very icky. Ugh. Yeah. They both feel Summer is in the best spot and feel better with her than Tanisha. They bring up how they could potentially put up Gino and Hermon because they both nominated them, but don't see Gino as a threat because of how much he is on an island as well as JL, which is understandable.
Is everybody just on a fucking island? Like, you can't say that for everyone, because like,
I know. Kevin then brings up the possibility of building some kind of group with them. They feel working with them is a good idea because of how good both of them are at comps.
Are they? JL's won one comp. Like,
they both won one comp.
Yeah, I don't think they're that great.
Kevin
I think the only person you can say is like truly like really good at comps is Josh, because he gets close like every single time. But like,
Kevin says part of why he wanted them to win this week was to take out Hermon and Moose, and they agreed that should be the plan. They talk to JL and bring up how Gino has nothing to worry about, and JL says he really wants to repair that as much as he can. She says her targets would be Moose, Hermon, and Tanisha. Of course they are.
Oh, yeah.
Jess says they have both said their name, and it seems they're both on the same page.
And here's the thing. Like, I know that you see this conversation. Like, I've talked about before how JL doesn't talk game with people. That I'm not saying that people don't have conversations with JL. It's that she doesn't fucking initiate any of the conversation. So it's just frustrating to watch constantly people wanting to work with this woman when she doesn't give them shit. Like, I just don't understand it. She doesn't do anything, and yet she's probably going to get to jury. I just don't get it.
I know.
I don't get it. What has she done to get herself here?
She's such a bad player.
Nothing. She's done nothing.
Hermon talks to Jess and they bring up how they have handed him the olive branch, but don't feel that he wants it as much. He says he feels like an onion because of how many layers he has. He brings up how strong of a player he can be for their game, and he does... I can't see her. It has to her name here. And he does see a lot of value in working with them, especially since he wants to allow him strong players. Sorry, it's just because on the notes, when you have your name over a word, I can't see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this conversation, I think, was very frustrating because it's like, even if you don't want to work with someone, if they're going to try to give you a deal that could potentially save you, you take it. And I feel like Hermon, like, was so, like, insistent about, I don't need this, I don't need you. Like, when you make someone feel like they're, like, you're above them and they're not there for your game, especially when they're HOH, it's probably not the best way to handle things. So, like, this conversation especially, like, really pissed me off when it came to Hermon. I just was like, what are you doing?
That would piss me off.
Like, just like, take the deal. Like,
literally.
Like, I was a fan of Hermon prior to this week, but the way he handled things is just really bad.
Ugh, I know. Moose wants to convince Jess. He has not been saying their name and constantly tries to put himself in a favorable position. They feel they would have been on his hit list this week. He brings up that he doesn't know what he'd do if he was HOH. They feel that they didn't stay because people saved them. It's because they wanted Kyle out, and with all of the house assuming they will nominate Moose, we
know.
They feel... I can't see past your name again. Oh, they feel obligated to do so, and they tell Moose they need people who have big targets on their back.
Yeah, I think Moose did as well as he could when it came to this conversation, whereas Hermon, I think, did everything he could to get himself on the block. I feel like Moose did put in some pretty good work here. Yeah. It just kind of came down to the fact that Jess was very adamant about what they wanted to do, and there wasn't much that that Moose could do. But I do think he did what he could to, like, really kind of get himself out of a very sticky situation. It just didn't quite work out for him as well this time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, I have to do a puzzle for that game.
Oh, that's fun. You have to do it right now?
Yeah, it's right. It was just posted, so... viewers, if we give me like a few minutes just to do this really quick, see if I can get. That's fine. I mean, let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna win, but they said posting at 4:10. Well, 7:10 Eastern, but.
Should I keep going or?
No, I guess we can just I'll just continue reading after.
Okay.
I'm not going to win this, so I'm probably not going to win this. This is a terrible puzzle. So what's up?
Not much. I'm eating dinner.
That's good. This game, I kind of hope I get eliminated soon. Just because it's not very fun. What the heck is this puzzle? Oh, I got like one piece done.
Good job. How's everyone doing?
We sadly don't have any viewers. We had like one on YouTube and that was it.
Yeah, people don't care.
No, they're probably just busy right now. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to worry about this puzzle. It's just terrible. Do you want to try?
I mean, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to win HOH, but it's too hard.
Don't cry. You got this.
Moose then talks to Hermon, Summer, and Tanisha and says he doesn't feel safe this week at all, saying after Jess's name so many times and she's definitely in hot water right now. Jess takes Summer to Wendy's because he's very well connected socially and wants to touch base and have uninterrupted conversation with her. Nick and Phil from BB Can 4 gave Jess their message. Jess asks Summer who she feels worried about, and Summer says Hermon because she doesn't really trust him despite loosely working with him. She feels she isn't too sure where his loyalties lie, and she wants to take all the men down, courtesy of the Mandems.
Which again, I think that I think Summer is a good person to take to Wendy's because you're always going to get some kind of information out of her, and I think that Jess really did not use that to their advantage in the way that they needed to, because they already had plans to take out Hermon and things like that. And I feel like they could have done a lot more when it came to this. So again, it's another thing that I just don't think that Jess did a very good job with. I think that they could have put more effort into their relationship with Summer and really didn't, which we'll get more into that when it comes to.
But it is kind of gross how they wanted to take her to Wendy's to possibly backdoor her.
Yeah, I did hear about that too, which is like really, I don't like that either.
I don't like that at all.
No.
Jess feels they are set on Moose and Hermon, but gives them one last chance to bring them over. Moose says he did in fact mention to people they were of importance, and he brings up Kevin and Betty because they haven't proven themselves at all, and he feels neither would fight for them in the long-term game.
Which I think was a good move overall to throw both of them out there.
Yes and no.
You don't think so?
I don't know. It's just a really problematic move.
Why?
For Jess.
No, I'm talking about for Moose to throw the names out.
Oh, right.
I think it made sense for Moose to throw out Kevin and Betty because of the fact
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense for Moose because, well, I mean, Moose doesn't want to tell them that they're considering putting them up.
And Moose has been playing this kind of game where it's like he's like subtly throwing out names to people, and sometimes takes a heat for it and sometimes it doesn't. But it really did not work out for him this week.
Oh, I know.
Unfortunately,
I'm trying to do this puzzle, but I guess someone already won.
Oh, that's great.
Travis won. I think I should be safe.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I hope. We'll see.
Well,
if not, it's just one silly game.
Well, good luck. We will talk about it more off camera because the viewers don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, it's just a Twitter org that I was asked to play.
Yeah.
It's kind of low effort because it's like you don't do a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, that's their conversation with Moose. Went over okay. Hermon, not really. They talked to Hermon and he says that he was expecting to go, but they also felt that he would have put them up. And he says that he doesn't feel that there's any benefit to telling them who they would have put up and doesn't feel any reason to show them his cards. This does not go over well. And Hermon talks about how much he wants to target them next week. And again, I just felt like Hermon really could have gotten himself out of this if he would have just presented some names to Jess and maybe like show where his head is at. I think he could have at least been, I think he could have been spared the block this week, but because of the fact that he was just so gung-ho about the fact that I don't want to work with Jess, I want nothing to do with them, I feel like he kind of did some of this to himself. Now, yeah, some of it is just because of Jess's prejudices, But I also do think that Hermon did not do much to save himself in the long run.
Well, no, I think in a way, he did.
I don't think in this conversation he did.
Well, I mean, not this conversation, but we all knew Jess was going to put him up anyway, because they're racist.
Well, yeah. So Moose brings up how he doesn't want to target Betty and Kevin at all, but just needed names to take the target off of him. And Kevin said he's not upset and will, in fact, take his word for it. And Moose feels that he is good with him after that, which pretty good conversation, I think, with Kevin and Moose here. Jess talks to Betty, and she feels that putting a Moose makes sense for their game, and that they tell Betty her name was thrown out, and she doesn't want to call him out, but wants to take him out this week after this. I didn't understand why Jess needed to do this. Like, what was the point of getting Betty all riled up so that way she's going to go off on Moose? It's like, you're already putting Moose up. Like, why do you need Betty to, like, go out? Like, I didn't understand why.
It seems like they're trying to get her to do their dirty work in a way.
I guess, but like, I just didn't really understand this at all, especially with the way that they ended up framing it, because Betty obviously does confront Moose about this, because what I love about Betty is that she's not going to sit back and just take other people's shit. She's going to express how she feels. She's very open, and she makes that very clear here. She asks him why he feels comfortable pitching her name for nomination, and she feels that it's really rude and that she has done things and has sacrificed a lot. She isn't floating her way around, and she has no idea, and says he has no idea what she does, and brings up how much his alliance was blown up and how he likely is going up on the block. And he tries to bring up why he did it, and she doesn't seem to care very much, and she spends the duration of the week not talking to him after this. And like, yeah, it sucks, but this is Jess's doing. Like, Jess is to blame here, and I just think that this was not something that Jess needed to do. Like, tarnishing Moose's relationship with Betty entirely, I just didn't think this was necessary. Like, this was another thing that, like, just,
it was kind of dumb.
It wasn't necessary, because in the chance that like Moose stays, this could very much come back to get Jess, where Betty could then find out that like, oh, well, Jess was, Jess didn't tell you the full truth. Jess kind of made some things up. It could really it could have some very severe blowback on them. Really did not do a good job of getting out this week as safely as possible. Really just put that target on themselves more than ever. And I feel like this was really their first like big misstep is what they did here.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's not the worst thing they do this week. We'll get to that, but it's definitely one of.
Yeah, agreed.
So, yeah, I mean, even Jess says, like, if this conversation hadn't happened, that Moose and Hermon and the whole Betty thing wouldn't have happened either. So it's like, why'd you even do it? We then get a note from Arisa that it's going to be a double eviction, and it's not in the way that we're used to. We now know what that means. It's going to be
kind of excited.
Yes, it's going to be a safety chain, which is exciting to watch. I feel like it's going to get
excited. It's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be so chaotic to watch, and I'm so excited to see how all that plays out. But of course, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yes.
Get to the nomination ceremony, and Jess does stay true to their plan. Nominates Hermon and Moose for eviction. Again, nothing really too shocking here. They make a big deal out of how Hermon and Moose handled this nomination ceremony. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, they were just kind of like they were just kind of like lightening the mood, I think, and I don't know why Jess made such a big deal out of it. But yeah, that's everything that happens on Monday. Let's get into Wednesday, which oh boy, there's a lot to talk about here.
No.
Moose talks about how, despite his frustrations putting him up, it makes the most sense for Jess's game due to how much he has been throwing their name out, but is annoyed that they were into Betty and changed up some of the wording, so now Betty is mad at him. This is exactly how I feel. Like, Jess putting Moose up makes sense. Moose has been throwing their name out like wildfire. That makes sense. But going the extra mile to, like, change some wording around so Betty's going to get mad at Moose and they're not going to talk to each other, that wasn't necessary. That was not something that they needed to do, and I just didn't really like the way they handled that at all. And really just shows like how toxic of a presence they can be. I think we really did kind of see that here.
Very toxic. This week was gross.
Yeah, very much so. So he tells Betty he'd love to talk to her after dinner, and she asks Josh if she's in the wrong. He seems to agree with how she handled things. Moose is going to make multiple attempts to try to talk to Betty this week, and none of them really seem to work at all, unfortunately.
No.
I hope they're able to like have a conversation at some point, but I don't know. So Hermon feels that he's the target because of how much Jess brought up, how he betrayed them, and Tanisha also feels like he's the target, despite Jess repeatedly claiming that they didn't have one. This is the other thing I think Jess made a mistake with, is that they should have just flat out admitted that Hermon was the target. Like they should have just said that, but because they were insisting, like, I don't have a target, I don't care who leaves, when that was bullshit. Like, it was obvious they wanted Hermon out. I feel like they should have just been straight up about it, and they weren't. So that was something else that I just did not really like at all.
Me neither. Not at all.
Yeah. So we get the segment with Josh, and he talks about how he's in a very complicated position within the house because he's basically working with everyone. He currently has a final two with the following people. He has one with Jess, Hermon, Betty, and Marty, and he has a good social game to where he has enough information that he could destroy anyone's game. I see very few scenarios in which Josh isn't at least in like the top 4 or 5. Like, I think he is running that deep at this point.
I can see it unless they like go for him early jury.
But why would they? Like, why would that be beneficial?
I mean, if they catch on to his game, I could see.
I don't think they will, because I think the way that Josh is playing, he's being stealthy enough to where they're not going to catch on to what he's doing. And Josh isn't a super, like, Josh is very low key. That's the thing. He's been playing a very low key game. So people feel comfortable with him. They can exchange information. And I do see him running deep at this point, just because of how many solid groups he's in at this point. I do see him getting quite far. So I thought this was a really good segment. It showed us a lot about Josh's game. I think he is playing a very interesting game so far. Not the way I thought he would have played a couple weeks ago, but I think it's working for him for the most part.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So Hermon tells Josh that he feels that Jess was out of line for saying what they did at the nomination ceremony. And while he mentally prepared himself for this, he still seems a bit fired up. Again, I just think Hermon's problem is he needs to just kind of like focus on his game. What can he do to get himself out of this? Besides win the veto, he doesn't really do that. And I think that was another mistake. But Summer talks about how she's working with quite a few people, but because of Jess being HOH, her alliance that's most important this week is the siblings, which consists of her, Betty, Jess, and Tanisha. And while it isn't the strongest, she's going to ride hard for it this week. This also really pisses me off because Jess has been constantly saying like they have no one, they are on an island. You're in a fucking alliance with like 3 people and you haven't even like taken advantage of that. Like the thing is like,
that's because Jess is a snake.
They should have put more emphasis on this alliance the second that it was made. Like 100%, they should have done that. And the fact that they haven't, like, that's why they feel the way they do right now, is because they didn't do much to fix their positioning. So they just always feel alone. It's just really annoying to watch. But Summer talks to them about how good she feels their HOH is going to solidify how much they value their alliance to the game and that they need to go as far as they can, which she's not going to be saying that by the end of the week. That's all I'll say. She's not going to be saying that by the end of the week at all. But they still plan to work closest with Kevin, and they talk with him and discuss how pivotal Gino and JL's votes are this week. Kevin feels that he has a massive influence over whatever happens, and he wants Hermon gone due to just how good he is with everyone, which I think that makes sense. That definitely makes sense for Kevin to want Hermon out. And Moose attempts to talk to Betty, but she's still quite upset and very standoffish around him. That's kind of the last we get of them trying to like have a conversation. It just doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere. So Hermon talks to Moose, and they bring up who they would pick in the veto, and they both want to select Gino, but also potentially Josh, which Hermon feels will be best case scenario for him since they have a final 2. We see the veto draw happens, and JL, Josh, Moose's house guest choice, and Marty are selected to play along with Hermon and Moose, and Allie is going to talk about what happened in the rest.
All right. Sorry, I'm also a little bit distracted with this double eviction.
Okay.
Not Travis nominating me and King. What kind of that's dumb.
Oh no.
Whatever. If I go, I go.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jess talks to Josh and he feels in a bind because he's working with both Jess and Hermon. He feels most of the house will be fine with him keeping noms the same, and that this would keep him good with Jess and would have enough pull to keep Hermon come eviction time. Yeah.
No, I do think Josh was had the right mindset here, where it's like the best possible move would have been to not use this veto because of how good Jess feels with him. And also he's not going to piss off either nominee. He can get in good with like Hermon and things like that. I think that he definitely had the right insight there. Obviously he doesn't win the veto though, so it didn't really matter much. But yeah. Hello, that's still you.
Okay. Hello? Sorry, I was just messaging someone for the game. I'm sorry.
I can just read the rest. It's fine.
No. I need to do it.
You don't need to do it.
I want to.
Well, you don't. If you're like distracted, like it's fine.
They talked to Hermon. Anyway. They talked to Hermon and let him know how they felt. He was making a mockery of their nominations, and he says this is something he does all the time. It's time for the next veto comp of the season. The veto competition is a clothing comp of sorts. On Go, they'll search the clothing racks, and once they find their pieces, they'll have to get dressed before moving on. Next, they'll have to check the price tags and search the store for items with the matching price. The veto winner will also win a $5,000 cash prize, and for this comp, Hermon does end up winning the veto and has also won $5,000, which honestly,
I really like this comp a lot. I thought it was
super fun and just very entertaining to watch, and I'm honestly very happy for Hermon.
Yeah, I'm happy for Hermon as well. I didn't want him to leave necessarily, but again, I think that he definitely would have left, I think, if he had not won this veto because of how he handled a lot of this week. But, happy he won veto. I just don't like the outcome that we end up getting as a result. But yeah.
I mean, it's good that one of Jess's noms won veto.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I like continuing the trend that a nominee keeps winning the veto. It just makes things a lot more exciting.
Oh, I love that so much.
There's a lot more suspense.
Jess feels this is really not ideal at all, especially with how close Josh was to winning. They need Moose to go, and they need to find a replacement nom that ruffles the least amount of feathers.
Which is not what they do. At all.
No. Okay, Kevin is very concerned Haleena could be going on the block since Jess knows so much about his game. They have had a final two since the second week of the game known as the Ghost, and they are completely undercover and share all of their game info, which I honestly do like this alliance. It actually could be good for them.
I think both of them are playing very like similar games where they're like super snaky, super under the radar, kind of, exchanging information in that way. Like, I think that's something I always say when it comes to Big Brother. Like, Kevin and Haleena are doing it where it's like, why are you taking out someone who's playing the exact same kind of game as you? Like, why aren't you trying to work with this person? I feel like Kevin and Haleena understand that, like, they're playing similar games, might as well work together. Like, there's no reason for them to be targeting each other, and it seems to be working for them so far. So I do see them getting pretty far in this game. I don't see both of them getting to the end necessarily, but I definitely see one of them getting really super far, and I think that the other one isn't going to fall too far behind.
This duo is just really unexpected.
It's unexpected, but not necessarily to the viewer because they are playing similar games. But I think for the house, like, I don't think anyone's gonna suspect it now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Betty brings up how Kevin has told her before she is his target. Tanisha goes over scenarios and about the renom with Jess. Jess says they want Moose to go, and they just need to figure out how to find the best scenario and doesn't want to see any of them leave. Tanisha brings up Kevin and Haleena, saying that one of them would be a good pawn and that everyone would vote in their favor and they don't feel Haleena would hold against Jess. Well, I honestly didn't really like that because I thought the Mandems were like loyal, even though they were kind of like a low-key alliance. I feel like her saying Kevin's name makes more sense, or she could have said like Josh or something. But her saying her mentioning Haleena kind of didn't really make sense.
No, I get why she said Haleena. I do.
I mean, I do in a way, but like, I don't know.
I get why she said Haleena because Haleena is in the middle, and Halena's someone who isn't going to go because she's good with everyone.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Unless like
unless
they decided to flip.
I think if Jess were to put up Haleena, I think Haleena would survive, and it would be a guaranteed for Moose to go, especially more than what's probably going to happen this week. Like, I think that Jess would most likely have gotten their way more if they put up someone like a Haleena or a Kevin than what they ended up doing this week. So honestly, like, I don't think it really matters that much. And I don't think that Jess would expose like Tanisha for, oh, well, this is why you're on the block. Like, I don't really see them doing that because then they'd actually like have to stick to that alliance, but they clearly don't know how to do that. So
yeah.
But also just like nobody in the house, like nobody has stuck to an alliance in this house, which is really funny.
That's because everyone's like playing for themselves. Like,
yeah, I know. And that's like really... That's like really fun. That's like really good to see because we don't see that a lot.
Nobody trusts each other.
Yeah, no, everyone's kind of just like, they have like that one person, but like aside from that, like nobody's sticking to anything. And I kind of love that.
I do too. It's pretty entertaining.
So Haleena talks to Jess to make sure that she stays off the block, and they once again reiterate that they need Moose to go, and Haleena brings up how putting her up would be a chance of her going home. Jess lets her in about the siblings alliance, and this was a terrible move for Jess. Like, this to me is where Jess's HOH went super downhill, because they exposed this alliance that was incredibly beneficial for their game, was not going to go after them at any point. And while Haleena says she's also good with them, she doesn't expose her alliance. Like, she does not expose that she has an alliance with Tanisha, Summer, and Betty. She just said she's cool with them.
Just a second. I just really got to go to the bathroom.
I'm going to keep talking, but yeah.
Oh, no, maybe just wait till I'm back. I just have a stomach ache.
Well, I'm still going to talk.
No, wait for me to come back so I can talk, so I can, like, give my critique, too.
I don't really want to sit in silence, though.
Just, talk to the viewers. I don't know. I'll be right back.
There's no viewers.
It's okay, baby. I'll be right back.
Well, I'm also going to go for a second because I got to put my dinner away. I am now.
I'm sorry. I had a bad stomach ache. I'm back. Baby? Baby. Haleena talks to Jess. Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh, good. You're back. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I just had I texted you. I had just a stomach ache again, like earlier, and I was trying to do this word search, but I didn't win the POV. Oh, good.
Well, all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and.
Want me to read the rest?
No, because I'm reading it.
Okay.
But no, I forgot. What was I even gonna say here? I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh no.
Okay, so like, I do think that I get what Haleena was trying to do. I think that she made a pretty good pitch here to Jess, but I mean, I think that Jess should have just gone, like I said, with Haleena. Like, they would have been a much better position had they just stuck with that siblings alliance.
Yeah.
Because it's clear that
Jess trusts her though.
Well, yeah, but like the siblings alliance was going to stick with them, and I think definitely would have even if let's say they're not the strongest alliance, like they still have that. And Haleena would not go. Like Haleena would definitely not go over Moose. I think that what Jess would have wanted would have been more solidified here, but that's not what ends up happening. So Tanisha talks to Jess, and they bring up how they don't want her games at risk, but know how beloved that she is. And Tanisha says that they can build a bond, but if she puts her up, that there could be blowback that isn't worth it. And putting up a strong player as a pawn is a very dangerous idea, which wouldn't be as severe if they just went ahead and put Haleena up. And at this point, it seems like Jess was very much on the Haleena train.
I feel like it would have been more interesting if she was up.
Yeah, that too. So Kevin tries to dissuade Jess from putting Haleena up, and he does some pretty good work here. Brings up how much they'd lose her trust in doing this, and that putting up Tanisha would be better for their game because she isn't someone that wanted to work closely with them until they won the HOH, which is true, but that's also Jess's fault because they didn't put enough effort into that alliance in the first place.
Yeah.
But we get to the veto ceremony, and Hermon does use the veto on himself. And after contemplating main decisions, Jess does decide to put up Tanisha, meaning her or Moose will go home. And now it's a toss-up. Like, legitimately, I don't know what's going to happen here. Moose could go,
We'll see.
but also Tanisha could go. And I don't really know what could potentially happen, because
I don't know.
I think that Moose has rubbed some people the wrong way because of the fact that Moose is someone that's very vocal about things and things like that. He's not in a good place with Betty. Like, Betty's definitely voting for Moose to go. I don't see Betty voting Tanisha out, but it goes without saying, Tanisha has not been the strongest player, like, at all. Like, Summer, from what I understand, has been doing most of the campaigning for her. Tanisha has not been doing a lot this week, and so I do think there's a very good chance that Tanisha does go here. And it sucks because I like Tanisha. I would like her to stay. Also because of how much she, like, the people that we like, very much kind of need her in the game right now because she's a number for them.
I'm just going to say, like, I love Tanisha to death. Like, I love her so much. But, her game was also kind of disappointing. Like, a lot of the pre-jury, most of the pre-jury are all disappointing.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, honestly, the only one who could have, like, I mean, they were all, like, disappointing players. The only one who kind of, like, grew on me was Steph, because she would have
I think Steph had a little bit more to give.
Yeah, she definitely had agency that, like, before she left. Everyone else just were very disappointing game-wise.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But no, going back to Tanisha, the thing that's, like, really frustrating about her is that she's someone that a lot of people have gotten close with. She's someone that a lot of people seem to like in the game, but she doesn't talk a lot of game with people. She mostly just talks a lot of personal stuff, and that's great. But, like, there comes a time where, you can have a really good connection with someone personally, but if you're not talking game with them, they're not going to consider you, like, a big, like, part of their game. And I think that's why, if Tanisha does go tonight, that's probably why she ends up going, because she just has not done enough strategic work. Like, she's done a lot of social stuff, but strategic wise, she just has not been very good at all.
She's been social with people, but she hasn't really done a lot of work.
And it's all, like, again, it's all personal conversations. Like, it's not really anything game wise for the most part. So yeah, just in general, I don't think that. One, I think this was a horrible move for Jess. I cannot reiterate that enough. This is not at all the way that Jess should have gone. Very much should have just put up Haleena or Kevin, because I think if they had done that, yes, they piss Haleena off, but they only piss Haleena off. They don't piss off an entire alliance that could have potentially helped them in the game. So it's like, and Big Brother is a numbers game for sure. Like, you need those numbers, and Jess would have lost one number had she put up Haleena. But now she's lost, like, 5 numbers because she's completely they've completely abandoned ship from the siblings. So it's like,
yes, just played terribly this round.
Yeah, and honestly, if they leave in this safety chain, I would not be shocked, because I don't think that I think they completely misplayed this entire round. I think that their insistence on putting up her, like, their insistence on things just didn't really make a lot of sense. There's just a lot of things that didn't really work here for me. Also, the, like, alliance that, like, Kevin wanted to solidify with, like, JL and Gino, they didn't put much emphasis into that. So yeah, I just think Jess is kind of dead in the water after this week, to be honest with you. And I would not be surprised if they end up leaving on this double, but we'll have to see. Who do you think is going to leave when it comes to Moose and Tanisha? I feel like this is, like, it's been, like, the biggest toss-up of the entire season so far.
Honestly, I don't know. It could really go back and forth, because, I mean, Moose is more entertaining, so, like, a way, I prefer him to stay. I prefer him to stay because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love Tanisha so much. It's just she just hasn't really done much at all. So
no, she hasn't.
I just think Moose has done more work.
I agree. And I think that from an audience perspective, yeah, I would love for Moose to stay, because I think that he's just been doing more entertainment-wise. But Tanisha, like, is someone that's, like, really sweet. She's someone that I think is easy to root for. but she just hasn't done a lot game-wise, and I think that's why she could potentially find herself out the door tonight. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I feel like it's been flipping back and forth constantly, and it's really going to come down to tonight to see what happens. All I will say is no matter what happens, I just really hope we're in a better place, like in terms of the game tonight than we've been this entire week, because there have been points this week where I'm just kind of like, I don't know about this season anymore. I don't know if this season's really going to be that good. So I hope that what we end up getting in this safety chain can really change the course of the game in a positive light, and we can stop having this stupid narrative that they're not showing for some reason. So yeah, but we'll have to see what happens there. I think we will, because I think a lot of people are just latching onto it because of Jess's HOH reign. I really want to see like someone like a Betty or a Summer or even a Josh like in power. Like I just want to see that. I want to see what they would do with it. I want to see who they put up. I think it'd be most interesting to see that play out. I feel like the most boring people have been winning HOH, and I want to see the more interesting people start to get in power a bit, you know? So
yeah, I mean, I would love a shake-up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this game has been very unpredictable, so.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's been very like a lot of what's happened, especially preseason, I would never have expected to happen the way that it did. But yeah, so we have like 11 minutes till the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just writing my final plea for this game.
Oh, they're writing pleas, they're not doing videos.
Well, I can do whatever I want, but since I'm on but since
I mean, you
I'm
can
already
mute if you want to like do a video.
I could.
Because we're probably not going to talk much until the episode starts.
All right, I'll do this really quickly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will be back. I mean, I'm still here, but I'll just mute for like a little bit.
Yeah. Do we have any viewers? I don't think we do. Hello to the one person that's watching. How are you doing today? Are you excited for this episode? I know I think are. I'm more just excited because of the format. I don't know if I'm excited because of what's going to happen. Because here's the thing. When you get excited for a double eviction in Big Brother, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. 100%. You are setting yourself up for disappointment. So I really hope that this can be like a nice, good double. But we rarely get that. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be good. We'll have to see. I'm not going to have any real expectations in going into this, except that it's a very different double eviction from what we're used to. So I'm interested in seeing how that's going to play out. I've also been thinking that they're going to do some like April Fool's Day shit, and I hope they don't. Like, I hope that this is an actual double. It's not a fake double. Because that would be kind of annoying, especially like they left the audience in the dark about that. From what I understand, they did all this crazy shit like one season of Big Brother Canada, and then it's like, oh, it was just a prank because April Fool's Day, and you know, April Fool's Day is tomorrow, so they could easily do something like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see if they do anything crazy like that. But yeah, episode's starting soon. Hope it's a good one. We'll have to see. We will have to see. I'm going to go ahead and get Video Brother ready, because that's the only way to watch Big Brother Canada live if you're not in the place of residence that the show takes place in. If you're not in that general vicinity. Place of residence, that's where you live. You know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. But anyway, we're gonna go to Video Brother. Why did I just go to the Big Brother Canada website? That's not where you can watch episodes. You go to Video Brother. That's where you watch. How is everyone doing? Is anybody watching this at all? Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I was just recording my
Welcome back to A Conversation with Kely.
I just
I'm going to start talking like the Beyond the Edge guy. Welcome back to A Conversation with Kely. Does anyone want to ring the bell? More about that in a future video.
I'll ring that bell.
All right, you're gonna leave the stream. It's just too much. You can't take it anymore.
No, I'm not leaving the stream. I'm just gonna be like, ding.
Oh wow.
Ding ding ding.
Ding ding. I was just talking about how like I really hope they don't pull some like April Fool's Day shit. And like there is an actual double and it's not like a fake double or anything like that. Oh, hi Casey. I hope you watched the episode with us. We're very excited.
Yes.
Well,
we were finally covering Monday and Wednesday's episodes,
yes.
but also I was also distracted doing this Twitter game as well.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, if I'm first juror, so be it.
Oh my god, I just saw a tweet where somebody said when Hamza ends this thread with, is it safe to say you all just were happy April Fool's Day? I'm gonna scream. If they actually did that shit, I'd be so upset. I don't feel like that's what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Well, oh my god, if it's an April Fool's Day joke.
I hope not. I really hope not. But I feel like, you know. We're not going to get into that because that would be an inauthentic reaction. But Hamza did in fact say.
What if Hamza's not even being truthful?
I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest with you. But I have heard that most of the time BB Can spoilers are correct, so
we'll see.
You know.
I have Video Brother up because
I also have it ready.
Since my global TV app doesn't like I have live channels, but I don't have like global Toronto and stuff on there right now.
Yeah. Okay, I will be honest, I did take a peek and I did see who allegedly leaves on Twitter, but I'm not going to say who it is because
I don't either.
I don't want to say that and then like and then like have my hopes like dashed, or like I don't want to say that and then that's what turns out to happen, or that isn't what turns out to happen, because I just don't think that would be a very like authentic reaction. So I'm not going to bring that up. We're going to just wait for the episode and we'll, you know, talk about it then. But it's going to be good is all I'm going to like. This is a very interesting twist. And I said before, Ali, like, I think I'm more excited, like, format-wise than I am for, like, an actual double. Because when you get excited for a double eviction in Big Brother, you're bound to be disappointed. So it's like, I'm not excited for the double. I'm excited more for the change in format. Like, I think that's kind of cool.
I am too. I'm just really excited for, like, how they're doing this.
Yes, and I'm like, is there going to be an HOH? Like, are they going to go straight into a safety chain? Like, I don't really know how this is going to play out. So I'm excited to see how that happens.
It'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I actually was kind of thinking that too, Casey, and that'd be interesting if they did that, because this was around the time where they were doing the invisible HOH, I think. They are right below Kyle, like literally right below.
So bad.
Right above, I mean, right above Kyle. Like, it's not as disastrous as Kyle's, but it's almost on the same level.
I just don't like the sequesterness.
Yeah, same. I would agree with this. Yeah, one notch above Kyle
agreed.
for me, because at least coming into next week, I think that Jess has a couple people that are writing it out for them. But I don't think I don't think that they overall did much to really help themselves. I can agree with this. Gino winning HOH definitely did help his positioning. So I can mostly agree. Because no one's really been saying Gino's name like since he won HOH. So I'd agree with that.
He did have a great HOH. He was just influenced.
He was influenced for sure, but I think the reason why it's a good HOH compared to everyone else is that there's no like real blowback from it, whereas everyone else has had like some kind of blowback. Because I thought Hermon had a good HOH, and then this week happened. So all right, 55 seconds remaining.
Woo!
Excited? Question mark?
Yeah, Jess didn't even form or even created by Ace.
Oh no, they didn't at all. They didn't
Not
at
at
all.
all.
That's the other thing. Like, they were definitely just focusing on this week.
They were.
They really were. That's the other thing. Like, they don't even have like any real solid footing aside from maybe Josh going into next week. Because Kevin will absolutely abandon them if he gets the opportunity to. He really was just trying to like stay in their good graces. I feel like Josh is the only person that's gonna like stay loyal to Jess. I would agree with that. I would agree. Kevin pretty much dictated everything that they did.
Kevin really controlled most of this week.
Where is the live stream?
Live stream.
Oh, there it is. Woo! All right, we're going to mute.
All right. Yes.
Home shapes who.
See, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna like turn on them as soon as he can. But we'll see.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, Kevin doesn't like Jess, so I can see that for sure.
Oh, BB Can's always so extra with their intros. I love it.
They put so much they just put so much creativity into it.
Oh shit. Okay. No HOH or POV.
Become the first.
Woo! This is exciting.
Of safety.
Although the last time that happened, Julie Vu got out, so I'm not too excited. I will say, I do love Hermon dancing. It's so goofy.
Me to Jess
It's so
to be a
funny.
pawn.
Let's go to work and let's make sure that Moose
Yeah, that
sticks
show is so
around for one
stupid.
more
Like, he
week.
literally was just dancing.
Benefits can be for keeping me and
The intro is so fucking good.
for me to stay, basically. I especially want to
Oh my god, the triple
focus
eviction.
on my alliance members.
I love
Because
Hermon.
I don't want anybody to feel, especially you all, directly
Oh,
working with me,
Jess.
that I think that it's
Oh my god, this conversation.
Yes, she is really good.
It's so messy.
If there was a way.
So yeah, we should probably talk about this alliance that's now formed between like Josh, Haleena, and Kevin.
I can see it. I can see. I mean, I actually kind of like that alliance.
I don't see it lasting though, because just alliances have not lasted in this game.
We'll see.
Oh
yeah.
Kevin's doing a lot. And I don't know how much of it is necessary.
Well, Kevin's gonna get exposed soon.
Yeah, I feel like. See, I don't know. Like, I feel like what he's doing this week is either going to really benefit his game or it's going to turn out to be the thing that hurts his game. And I don't know which it is yet, but we'll see. I think the bond he's built with Moose is really good, though.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Hold on. Did you put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real? Oh, yeah, it just got really real. DQ, happy tastes good.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
There's always a fear and an anxiety around.
Yeah. It probably was.
I can see that.
From what I understand, she's kind of been under the impression that she's just the pawn, and Summer's been doing a lot of like campaigning.
The reason why she did some work, but she didn't campaign that much because she thought she was staying.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world. It will change lives.
So that could also be a reason why she goes. You should never believe you're safe.
No.
No, yeah, he is doing a good job with that for sure. I just don't know. I'm just still don't know like how strong those bonds are. Yeah, I don't think it's a winning game. I'll say that right. Like, it's definitely not a winning game, but he's playing a lot better.
He's doing good. Like, I'm surprised by his gameplay too, but like, I don't know. I just think he's a little bit problematic.
Yeah. I would agree. He definitely needs to do that.
Yeah.
Because he could easily like frame Gino for like this blind side, and that would be good for Hermon. That would be good for him. Like those two can pit against each other. Like that probably is like the optimal strategy. I didn't even think about that.
I'm surprised I survived in this org. Can I just quit?
Don't do that.
Because I kind of want to.
Oh, you survived the week?
Somehow.
Oh wow, good job.
Can I evict myself?
Don't say that.
I just don't like this game. I'm just gonna leave the house chat. Should I?
Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't see them being final two at all.
I could see Gino getting to the end though, because he's not a threat.
I can see Gino being like an easy win in
Oh,
the end.
eviction vote already. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I love that she said that, because that's something that also is like really pissed me off this week. These interviews are so quick. My God.
I know.
Everyone that tonight.
All right. Right off the bat, I mean, can we just talk about how Tanisha literally said that Jess's HOH reign was worse than Kyle's? Because, like, I'm fucking here for that.
Tanisha was just so adorable.
I love that so much. I think that's absolutely what Jess needed to hear because I feel like they felt they did a better job.
I mean, in a way, that's true, but I feel like she's gonna own her game more if she's in the final two.
I don't think she's making it. I don't see.
We'll see.
I don't see her making it.
Looks like what were you hoping?
Oh yeah, that was so good. That was so good. My name is Tiana. My name is Tanisha, not Tiana. That's something they have not shown either.
I think Jess is. I feel like Jess is definitely going next.
Jess could very well go. I feel like the only person that has like a solid footing with them, like after this, that isn't willing to just like discard them immediately, is like Josh.
A simple easel could lead to a bright, creative future.
Oh yes, please,
I hope.
please.
My girl Summer needs to win.
They need a win.
Summer is winning this game.
I would love
She
that.
needs to win this game.
I would love that. So,
I hope. Sorry, I'm very excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see Summer win this HOH.
That'd be great if she does.
Write your own story.
She needs to win. She needs to win. She needs to win. She needs to win. She needs to
I
win.
mean, like, I see people do shout outs all the time. Like, that's not
or
something.
Daddy needs to win too, because either one. Or Moose.
I'm not gonna complain too much about that. Like,
honestly,
I see people
a Moose one would be cool too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're at jury now, so Summer should probably stop throwing.
Yeah, she shouldn't throw comps. Sorry, I'm very hyped.
Yeah, I can tell.
Do you like it?
Canadian Tire has all the top products for your kitchen.
Is it okay?
Over 100 kitchen brands to choose from,
all right.
like the SodaStream. Water will never
I'm
be the
just very
same.
excited for this.
Quality Paterno cookware. Great minds.
I'm just excited to see Jess leave or jail.
Read all about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, literally anything could happen here. I think the people safest
That works too.
are probably like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is like, I feel like Josh is probably one of the safest people coming into this.
Maybe.
I feel like
Summer, please win this.
Halena's
Or Betty, come on.
Halena's probably in a good position coming into this.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah, Josh is in a really good spot. I would agree, Casey.
Josh is doing good.
Because Josh keeps like finding a way to getting good with different sides of the house. All right, here we go.
Where so far, Tanisha has been evicted. and we are just getting started. Before the break, we told.
I think she's excited.
It's just
There's
so
no
intense
HOH
and
or
fun.
POV competitions.
We love Jess not being able to compete. Okay, so this is like an immunity challenge, basically. Moose might have just won this single-handedly, just like...
I mean,
Summer,
I'm happy
you're up.
for Moose if he wins.
15. Still the score
Because
to
then
beat.
Jess leaves.
I think he definitely needs it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that outcome. I like that outcome.
Just a few minutes, but I need you all to make your way back inside the house now.
Okay. Yeah, baby. Rolling all those years, I finally helped. No, that actually, this guy actually goes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Moose definitely needed that. Like, I feel like he could have potentially been one of the people who goes, so.
Yeah.
Oh, she really was. Like, she was like
know.
a hair close, but I don't see Summer going.
I don't either.
Like,
It's definitely gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be Jess or JL.
I think Summer's on people's radars, but I don't think she's like immediately on their radars. You know what I mean? Like, no one wants her out like now. Whereas I think there's other people that could potentially go more. And I think Moose could have been one of those people that maybe ended up going tonight. So I think he definitely needed that. And getting it so early on too, like that never happens. Like, that was so good. All right, so I guess we'll see what happens with the rest of this.
Yay, a white person is leaving.
We'll see.
Oh my god, I would laugh if Gino actually evicted JL.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
He'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to be all by myself here.
I actually do think this is a very likely outcome, though, because I think Hermon would probably pick Summer because of the fact that, like, he said he was good. Ooh,
Yeah, we'll
okay,
see.
yeah. Yeah, that's what's confusing. I don't know if it's going to be, like, are the first 3 people safe, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I don't know.
Or maybe it'll be, like, there's one round of there's one comp, then it's a safety chain, and then there's another comp, and then there's one last safety chain. Like, it could be something like that because it's only 8:35, so like there's still a lot of time to do stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. I definitely see Summer saving Betty for sure. Like, she needs Betty more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad that Betty got the gutter. Like, she was so close.
I know.
Kevin's definitely saving Haleena for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's like his number 1.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, imagine if Gino like evicted JL.
That would be so funny.
He's like, fuck the showmans. I don't need it.
He's like, I don't want a showman, so I just want to play for my own self, even though I'm doing nothing.
Even though I just kind of talk like this, I'm Gino. I'm gonna save me and Jacey-Lynne. We're gonna be great this week.
Hello, I'm Gino, and
Hello, my name is Gino, and I'm very boring. I talk like this.
I'm Gino, and I'm the most boring person in this house. Gino apparently sounds like Sam Elliott.
No, this is Sam Elliott. This is the difference between Gino and Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott's a little more down here. This is Gino.
Remember when he was introducing himself on the... Oh, it's back. Shit.
When the first of 2
When he was introducing himself, he was just like, I'm Gino, I'm 28. Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
As I've said before, it is nowhere
will continue.
This is nuts. I love this.
I just think this is so fun. It's so intense.
Yeah, like give me more double evictions like this where they throw curveballs. Like
Literally. Come on, BBUS, take notes.
this is so much more exciting. I'm just gonna keep this up to see if it exactly goes the way Casey thinks it's gonna go.
Yeah, let's do it.
You like?
Oh, he picked Josh.
It is literally Jess in the showmance. I love this.
This is so exciting.
Right? Like Kevin definitely got into his ear about that because like I don't think Marty would have done that. Like let's say like a week ago. I thought for sure he was picking Dave.
That's crazy.
That is very impressive. Like
Yeah, I feel like he was also trying to, because like how him and Halena's alliance, like their final two is very low key. He was probably just trying not to like expose that.
I guess, yeah.
But like Marty picked her. Wow.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I also was shocked that like Hermon picked like Josh over Summer. I thought he was gonna go for Summer or Betty.
But we're losing a white person.
Yes. Yes, we like that. Oh, same. Literally, if any of them leave, I'm fine. Like I don't.
Oh, same. Wait, for our draft, I think you have JC and Jess, and I have Gino.
I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, but either one, we'll see. I honestly do not know who's gonna go, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree, Casey. I was not expecting that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's yes, I'm happy about that.
So happy. This is gonna be so funny. Oh,
yes,
Kathy,
that's a good thing.
Oh, also Kathy just tweeted Marty's decision probably landing him in some hot water. Hee.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I think this could be the beginning of Kevin finding ways to target Marty because nobody really wants to do it.
Oh yeah.
Because realistically, Marty should have been gone like a couple weeks ago, but Kevin was kind of the reason why like he's still there.
That's so true.
Oh, not the video being blocked.
Oh no. They have to post
They'll put up a new thing.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it to 43 minutes, which is rare for video, brother.
That's true.
Like usually it's like halfway through the episode, it just like crashes.
Yeah, I have no idea who's gonna leave out of these people.
Yeah, no, that definitely is Kevin's game. He like picks someone every week. He's like, this is the person I'm gonna brainwash.
Right. I'm very impressed by what he does, honestly. Like, I'm not really a fan of him.
If he keeps it up, like I'm gonna be really impressed. If he's able to keep it up.
Who is Real Talk? Oh, there's a new link.
I don't know, but I blocked them. They were being kind of racist.
Oh no, what did they say?
Being like, oh, well, this is the cookout. Saying that the safety chain gave them like cookout vibes and shit, but I don't want to get into it. I see. Okay, I can send the link in here.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to do it too. It's no big deal.
At home. IKEA.
Stuff.
Oh, thanks.
There's some really great stuff out there. But I doubt that any of us will look.
Wait, I didn't send that. What the fuck?
Wait, how is it say? Since I'm on my own StreamYard, but like, why does it still say your name when I send it?
You might be logged into mine.
No, oh no, I think it's because like with the new like thing where I have like access to all your stuff.
Oh yeah, that's why. Because it's like the partner thing, co-host. Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Co-host. Through 30 years of freshly baking bread daily. Because when you step
making bread daily.
Step up your sandwich. Try our new chicken bacon and
I mean, I don't make
try
bread daily.
Are you gonna try that peppercorn sandwich?
I don't make bread daily, but I serve bread daily because cashier. Panera bread. Let's go. Yes, we did win.
They need more twists like this.
Honestly, this is like so much more exciting. And it doesn't like this twist does not benefit showmances. That's the other thing.
Hello, ooh, they could be.
Jacey-Lynne.
Okay, my prediction is that Jess leaves because Gino and JL are usually really good at comps.
I mean, they are too.
Competition of the night. And
so we'll see.
Oh, you're right, Adrian. I could just be misremembering.
Jacey-Lynne is safe.
Okay, so I guess there will be an eviction vote. Yeah, Jess is done. Jess is done. Like, there's no way.
They're
There's
gone.
no way Gina's going. Jess is done. That was so exciting though. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen there.
I love this though. It's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And this is really going to come down to like who had the better HOH.
Oh, I just realized.
I think you're in luck because I don't see Gino leaving.
No. I just realized now Summer and Haleena are the only people who have not been nominated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, which we love. If Summer can just stay unnominated,
yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
And like Haleena, like I like her. It's just like her game can be very iffy.
Yeah, no, it was honestly what happened with Gino. It was the opposite of what I expected to happen. Where I thought like Gino was going to be in a bad position because he took out someone that was like good with him, but I think people just didn't realize he'd be willing to do it. So like I think he's in a better position now.
Yeah, he'll definitely. I can see him making it to him. Basically, it's like him and Tanisha who are playing for second.
Yeah, I think he's making it to the end. I don't see him going.
Yeah,
like I see Gino being the runner-up of the season. No, I was literally saying this, Adrian. Like, this was giving me clown shoe vibes.
So funny. Jess is done for. Oh my god, this tweet.
Yeah, there's definitely a very like clear divide, and I feel like Marty's like squarely in the middle. Based on what happened.
I can see Marty being targeted next.
Oh yeah, I definitely see Marty going after what just happened.
Yeah. Also, I can see Jacey-Lynne being targeted too, because at least she's good at comps.
Yeah. Yeah. They did almost win that.
Yeah. This is such a fun double eviction. Oh, it's back.
I forgot I had popcorn. I thought it was appropriate for this, so.
Thank you. And Jess.
Yes, we love movie theater popcorn.
I just want to thank you for this experience. I really do value all of
Wow, I'm so shocked that she didn't vote for Gino to go.
Oh my god, I know. Yes, Hermon in the
That's 2
DR.
votes.
I'm so excited. I love it.
Yes, Moose.
For
Oh, it's
Jess.
definitely going to be unanimous unless somebody gives like a pity vote.
I have no idea
Hello.
who would even like cast a hinky vote. Oh,
Now see,
Oh, wow.
3 votes for Jess and 1
what
for
is
Gino.
Marty doing?
What the fuck? Marty is
Hi,
being so
Summer. Please
messy.
cast your vote to
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
the result.
Yeah, this is not good for Haleena or Marty.
Yeah.
Of tonight's
Unless he's going to
second
blame it on
eviction
like the
vote.
showmans or something.
Maybe.
Maybe she'll
votes
blame the
of
vote.
7.
Oh wow, just misses jury.
So much for being here, and remember, someone is always watching.
That's right.
Crazy.
Right.
So now everyone else is jury.
Yeah. So 10-person jury?
10. Oh, yeah.
What happens if it ties?
Maybe Canada.
I don't know.
I almost said America.
Yeah, put the hands in America. But
I feel like Marty was just being dumb with his vote, but I feel like, and also because like Kevin got into his head, but Haleena was probably just maybe wanting to like, maybe Halena's was just kind of like thanking them for safety that round and like not putting her up. I don't know. But also because Helena's been kind of close with them like the whole game. So she's probably
kind of, but like
I don't know.
I feel like Haleena is not voting with like anyone at this point. Like,
yeah,
because like
know.
I don't know. Just her game is very confusing to me right now. I don't really know what she's doing.
I know.
But yeah, Marty's fucked. Like 100%. Marty, if Marty doesn't win this next HOH, I definitely see him going. It did look like he was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't understand his game right now. Oh, that's on my end. I'm like, where's that music coming from? You didn't hear the music?
But that was such a good episode.
It was so good. Like, honestly.
I just tweeted Jess and Kyle leaving right after their HOH's karma.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, after this week, like, I think Kevin's in like a really good spot, and especially if he was behind Marty voting the way he did, like that's very impressive.
That's true.
But Marty could also just be dumb. Like Marty's not the smartest. So. Oh yeah, I'd have to look. What's your Twitter, Adrian?
Yeah, what's your Twitter?
I might follow you.
Okay, it looks like the new HOH in this org is just ranking everyone from like most likely to win the season to not.
So like touchy subjects?
Sort of. It's hello house guests. Congratulations on making it past double eviction night. For this HOH, there will be 2 parts. The first part, we need you all, including the outgoing HOH, to send a list of every house guest in order of who you think is most likely to win. Number 1 being most likely. You will have 5 minutes to send in your list. Talking to fellow host guests during this time is not permitted. I'm trying to think. Probably people who are like doing a lot.
Well, don't say on the stream who you're gonna pick.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're watching.
But
wait, what is it?
Yeah, very good episode, I think. What's your handle?
Yeah, what's your handle so we can follow you?
I just want to make sure like I I follow you, because if I don't, I'll feel bad. Oh yeah, definitely. I want to see one of them.
That'd be awesome. I kind of feel like it's either Marty or the showman's leaving. Well, Marty
I feel like
or
a Betty HOH would be fucking insane.
Yeah. Wait, actually, Betty would probably put up like Moose too, because Moose would put her up.
Yeah. She's done with Moose.
You'd probably do like, I can see her doing like Marty and Moose maybe.
I don't know if Moose is in the greatest spot, to be honest with you.
No. I think the only people who may keep him safe are like Hermon for sure. Kevin, yeah. I think Kevin would, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Haleena. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Haleena's game is so confusing after tonight. Like I don't even know who she stands with.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. She very well could after tonight.
I don't think Haleena would leave yet though. I feel like she'd go in like a few rounds maybe.
I don't know. I need more clarity on why Haleena voted the way she did.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll check it out.
Oh, Willow's Pillow.
Do I follow that account?
Do I? I'll look right after I send this list.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 I follow you. I did. Yeah. Okay. That's so good. I love that. I love that.
Okay, I just sent my list to the, well, once it sends. Oh my god, what is wrong with the connection?
My connection's not the greatest either right now.
It's really just Twitter. It's not like my connection.
I think something's wrong with Twitter.
Oh, okay, finally it sent. Because sometimes it takes forever for a message to send.
Mm-hmm. We just need to not have a Marty HOH.
Oh god. Marty.
That'd be the most boring outcome.
Ugh, I know.
Because Marty would just put up, like, fucking Summer and Betty.
Mm-hmm.
That's my entire problem with him. He's, like, such an emotional player. And he doesn't... And the problem is, like, you can be an emotional player and use that to your advantage.
Oh!
But Marty is so, like, inconsistent.
I follow Adrian, but she doesn't follow me.
Yeah, same with me.
Aw. If my Twitter is alleycat_XO.
Yes. Yeah, that's that too. I think Summer knows, like, she needs to start winning comps now after this.
Oh, yeah. She does.
No, you're fine. I've done it. I've definitely, like, Adrian, like, straight up, I've been in that position before where it's like, someone's like, oh, you follow me. I'm like, I do. And then I look and I'm like, oh shit. So, like, I don't.
Oh no, I've had that happen too. What the heck? Not this message.
Not that.
I don't think Betty's a bad player.
No, I don't think Betty's a bad player at all. She just doesn't sit back and, like, let people, you know, talk down to her or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got it. Thank you. I would agree with this. I think staying calm is definitely a good way to, especially in a game like a cast like this. I think staying calm
for
helps.
sure.
Yeah, no, Betty. That's the thing. Betty has really good reads, and, like, Betty just hasn't had that moment to, like, really, like do anything about it yet, because she hasn't won a comp and she hasn't been HOH. But I think once Betty wins a comp, I think we'll really see that, like, she's way better than people are saying. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up because we do have something to watch in, like, a little bit. So
but it's been so much fun.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. I'm honestly glad we did a live stream for this, because I think this was a very eventful episode.
Oh yeah, and this kind of episode we need to do, like, a live react. Honestly, I think we should do live reacts for all doubles.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
Oh, I love this season so far.
So good.
Compared to last season, I think this season is, like, leagues fucking above, especially in terms of personalities.
It's amazing, and, like, oh, happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, yes.
But, yeah, we need to watch this week's episode, but we do know what happens, which I'm just going to say it sucks, but I'm excited to see the episode. And then we're going to do a podcast for the last 2 episodes.
I mean, I'd say both. I think Betty has, like, good reads, and I think she's very entertaining to watch. And I think that she just, again, hasn't been able to show those skills yet because she hasn't been in power. So
Yeah. Agreed.
I know. I'm so upset.
I know.
I was like rooting for Jenny and just
I like Jenny.
snuffed her.
Poor girl. This was so much fun. I like doing these.
Yeah, this was fun.
Sorry about me being distracted at times too, doing this Twitter game that I was asked to play.
It's all good once the episode.
But it's I made jury, so I mean it probably won't be it probably won't be much longer because like I mean it's a low effort game as well.
Yes, Jenny for second chances and also Jenny for second chances and also
Swatty.
Yeah, Swatty as well. Oh God, no. God, no.
No.
God, no. I do not want to see either of them win HOH.
Who is Real Talk?
I don't know who this person is, but like they're watching. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish this. Finish this for now. Thank you all for watching. This was a lot of fun. We're gonna try to do these. We're gonna try to do these when there's a double and shit. And yeah, we got something to watch. So we'll see you guys later. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.